Welcome back, and we have a first response coming in from the TMC that is now seems to be unfazed by the suspension that has been given out to several of their own MPs, stating, and I quote, "You can suspend us, but you cannot silence us." They say, they go on to say that this is a deplorable situation. Our honourable MPs are trying to flag the people's issues, but they are being suspended in the parliament. For how long will this go on? The sanctity of the parliament stands heavily compromised, they say. That's the first response coming in from the TMC, even as we have seen several of their own MPs who have now faced suspension as far as the House is concerned. We also saw that response coming in from Derek O'Brien, who has been slamming the centre as well as the Prime Minister, stating that this is not just about suspension of MPs, but this is a suspension of the democracy. And that's a strong response coming in, even as we do know that 7 of the TMC MPs that have now been suspended as far as the action being taken against them is concerned. My colleague Tamal also now joins us on the phone line. Yes, Tamal, the first response from the TMC.
Well, that's right. Trinamool Congress has taken note of the suspension, and they are calling it nothing but undemocratic. They are saying the democratic process in the parliament is not being followed, and opposition parties, including Trinamool Congress, are not being allowed to raise issues. Trinamool Congress says that you can suspend us, but you cannot silence us. Once again, reiterating the party position that BJP is trying to silence the opposition. The common allegation from all opposition parties, including Trinamool Congress, and the stated position is that they have not been able to put across issues inside the parliament. This is not the first time Trinamool MPs have been suspended. In the past 2, we have seen during the winter session how Dola Sen, Shanta Chetri, Shantanu Sen had been suspended. That time too, they have called it high-handedness on part of BJP. But then BJP has suggested that it was a decision taken by the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, and the Rajya Sabha decorum was compromised by Trinamool Congress. But Trinamool Congress says that it is their right to raise people's issue. Once again, they have reiterated that position that they have tried raising the people's issue of price rise in the parliament in form of protest, as a mark of protest, have taken the placards and all. And that,
right, all right. Thank you, Tamal, for getting us that update. Certainly, the first response and a strong response coming in from the TMC, who seem to be unfazed by the unruly behaviour of their own MPs. Moving on to some more national updates that we are tracking.